They laughed at her clothes. They mocked her silence. They dismissed her as just another simple woman, easy to ignore, easier to underestimate. In rooms where voices were loud and egos louder, she stayed quiet, watching, listening, learning. People mistook her humility for weakness, her patience for fear, her simplicity for lack of worth. They never asked her story. They never imagined her strength. Because society has a habit of judging women by what it can see, and overlooking the power hidden beneath calm eyes and steady hands. But one day, the truth surfaced. And when it did, everything changed. The woman they never took seriously. She lived a life most people would call ordinary. No designer clothes, no loud opinions, no dramatic entrances. She woke before sunrise, completed her responsibilities quietly, and returned home without announcement. In a world obsessed with visibility, she remained unseen, and people assumed that meant she had nothing to offer. Neighbors whispered, relatives compared, strangers judged. She's too simple. She doesn't know how the world works. She'll never rise above this. And she heard it all. But here is what they never understood. A woman does not need to be loud to be powerful. She was not simple by lack. She was simple by choice. Silence was never her weakness. From a young age, she learned that speaking didn't always mean being heard. When she tried to express herself, she was interrupted, corrected, dismissed. So she adapted. She observed instead of arguing. She absorbed instead of reacting. She learned instead of complaining. Her silence was strategic. While others wasted energy proving themselves, she invested her time in growth, quietly building skills, discipline, and resilience. She understood something most people learn too late. Not every battle needs noise. Some victories need patience. Mockery became her daily companion. Mockery followed her like a shadow. At family gatherings, she was the example of what not to become. At work, she was underestimated and overlooked. In society's eyes, she didn't fit the image of success. People laughed when she spoke about her dreams. They smiled politely when she mentioned her plans, the kind of smile that says, "That's cute, but unrealistic." And yet, she never stopped believing, because deep inside, she knew, the loudest doubters often fear the quietest dreamers. She refused the role of victim. She had every excuse to feel defeated: limited resources, lack of support, constant judgment. But she made one decision that changed everything. She refused to see herself as a victim. She did not blame her past. She did not curse her circumstances. She did not wait for rescue. Instead, she asked herself a powerful question: what can I do with what I have? That mindset became her turning point. Growth no one saw. While the world was busy underestimating her, she was building. She educated herself when no one offered guidance. She practiced discipline when motivation failed. She sacrificed comfort for long-term vision. No applause, no encouragement, no validation, just commitment. Every small effort stacked upon another like bricks placed patiently, forming a foundation strong enough to hold her future. People saw nothing, but something unstoppable was forming. The price of being different. Being different came with loneliness. There were nights she questioned herself, moments when doubt whispered, maybe they're right. But she reminded herself, comfort never creates transformation. She accepted isolation as part of growth. She accepted misunderstanding as the cost of independence, because deep down she knew, not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. When they thought she failed, then came the moment everyone expected her to fall. A setback. A challenge that looked like proof of her limitations. People watched closely, waiting for confirmation of their judgments. She couldn't handle it. We knew she'd fail. This is her reality. But they misread the situation, because what looked like failure was actually preparation. The shocking reveal: Time passed, and then the reveal came. Not through announcements, not through explanations, but through results. She achieved what they said was impossible. She succeeded where others had doubted. She stood confident, calm, composed, unbroken. The same people who mocked her now asked questions. The same voices that laughed now fell silent. They didn't recognize her strength because they never looked closely enough. The simple woman they mocked had outgrown them all. Power doesn't always announce itself. Her success wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It spoke through stability, through independence, through self-respect. She didn't return mockery with arrogance. She didn't seek revenge. Her existence alone became the message. You were wrong. What her story teaches us. This is not just her story. It's the story of countless women underestimated every day. Women told to lower their dreams. Women judged by appearances. Women silenced by expectation. Her journey proves one truth. Strength does not always look strong. Power does not always look powerful. And greatness does not need permission. A message to every woman watching. If you've ever been mocked for being simple, remember this. Simplicity is not weakness. Silence is not surrender. Patience is not failure. Your time will come, and when it does, you won't need to explain. Your growth will speak for you. The final truth. They mocked a simple woman, but what they never understood was this. She wasn't simple. She was focused. She was disciplined. She was unstoppable. And when the shocking reveal finally came, it wasn't just her victory. It was proof that underestimating a woman is the biggest mistake society keeps making.